Alright, what's up everybody? So we are on episode 12 of Attack on Titan already. Honestly, it's crazy how quickly we are kind of going through these. But I'm not going to do too much talking in this intro once again, because the last one was quite a setup episode and prepared us for what I think will now be a much bigger episode, because we're focused on this objective of, Eren in Titan form having to basically take this boulder and place it in front of the entrance to block it, right? The wall. However, it ended, and I'm kind of getting used to this now, I guess, but it ended on quite the cliffhanger where Eren suddenly out of nowhere turned around and ended up punching Mikasa. I'm not really worried for her character right now myself, even though that's clearly what the ending tried to kind of, I guess, make me feel. And that's just because, like I said, I'm getting used to these cliffhangers now being there every episode. Not that I don't think these characters could die or are risking basically their lives in this show. I wouldn't be surprised that there will be character deaths down the line for sure, including our main characters. I really wouldn't be surprised. But that being said, right now in this particular instance, I don't think, there's anything to worry about yet. But I'm very curious to see how it's all going to play out, right? Like, that's the thing. I just want to see what happens. So like I said, I'm not going to do too much talking. We have these other storylines still kind of that we need to get to as well. With the basement and everything like that, I especially want to see what's up with that, because they've been teasing that from the very start. Whether this mission now will succeed is kind of the big question. I can see it going either way, honestly. It could be basically that first big victory. It could also simply be that, as I speculated, I could honestly see all these rings basically eventually collapsing, falling, or whatever you want to call it. And so maybe that's what we're actually working up towards. Who knows? I honestly have no idea. I just want to see how it plays out. And so let's actually just get into the episode, right? Before I do that, real quick, let me, of course, make sure to point out that I have a Patreon where you can already watch the next 3 episodes. That is 13, 14, and 15 are up there right now for you to check out. As well as full-length reactions. If you want to watch the entire episodes with me, you can do that. It's linked on top of the description. Then for now, I'd say let's actually get into episode 12. Starting us off with some epic music immediately.
人類はウォールマリアを放棄。2割の人口と3分の1の領土を失い、活動領域はウォールローゼまで後退した。
I love the Japanese language, by the way.
再び姿を現した超大型巨人によって壁が破られ、しかしその作戦は開始早々失敗しようとしていた。
Yeah. What now?
なんとか大部分の巨人を町の隅に集めることに成功しましたが、極力戦闘を避けたにもかかわらず、約2割の兵を失いました。
今こそ人類存亡の瀬戸際。人類が生きながらえるためならわしは殺戮者と呼ばれることも厭わん。
He's taking all the responsibility. Oh, okay, that's the only damage it did. Why is he doing that though?
作戦失敗だ。分かってたよ。秘密兵器なんて存在しないってことは。
She's not gonna decide to kill him now or something. I don't mean Mikasa, by the way, but the other one.
あのガキ、扉塞ぐところじゃねえよ。
ああ、仕方ないが、ここに置いていこう。
おい、あれ見てみろ。なんだ、どうした？
失敗したのか。どうして。おい、アルミン、どこ行くんだ。
正犯に撤退命令を。
いらん。引き続き町の隅に巨人を引きつけよう。 精鋭班に関しては現場に権限を委任しておる。ただ腕が立つだけではない。人類の命運を託した精鋭の中の精鋭じゃ。
みんな分かってる。試す価値は確かにあったし、もう十分試し終えた。いいか、俺たちの班は壁を登るぞ。待て。イエーガーを無防備な状態のまま置いてはいけない。作戦を
Well, thank God for this guy.
イエーガーを回収するまで彼を巨人から守る。俺たちと違って彼の代役は存在しないからな。
I was gonna say, Eren clearly does have an ability that might still prove very useful. Even though, right now, not everything played out the way they had intended. Plus, it's still worth figuring out what just happened, actually, you know?
今の段階で A の損失は避けたいんだろう。今の段階で亡くなる兵は無駄死にってことか。いずれ総力戦になる。その時まで兵を温存しておくために犠牲を最小限にするのは当然だ。まあ損失にならないようにしようぜ。お互いに。いや、本気なの。
It's kind of annoying that there are so few of them who are actually willing to take risks, you know what I mean?
どうやったらこの状況を打開できるのか。人間性を保ったまま人を死なせずに巨人の圧倒的な力に打ち勝つにはどうすれ
The
ばいいのか。
vast majority is just willing to like give up almost instantly, all the time.
そんなの納得できない。
リコ、
作戦には従うよ。あなたの言っていることは正しいと思う。必死にあがいて人間様の恐ろしさを思い知らせてやる。犬死になんて納得できないからね。
行くぞ。俺たちは前方の2体だ。
I guess he did convince them both.
ありがとうございます、イアン班長。
あ、カマン。礼には及ばない。恋人を守るためだからな。
家族です。
For now.
破損した
I actually wonder if they will like...
以前の損傷が原因。
It's interesting, by the way, that she calls him family, because he's not actually family, right? But that's kind
エ
of...
レンが再び元の姿に戻れる保証は。
He's gonna come back to his senses, or...
あれ、何も見えないな。今日は何日だ。ここは。
He's back with his family?
なんだ。うちか。
I never even considered it, but I guess that Mikasa was actually living with them, right? So that's also why she says family. Because they took care of her after the... Well, after she lost her parents. That makes sense. Oh, how he has his tongue out like that.
そんな、なぜこんなに巨人が。人間の数は少ないのに、まさかエレンに引き寄せられている。ミカサ、作戦はどうなった？
Throwing them how?
エレンはどうなっているんだ？
後頭部からうなじにかけて縦1メートル、横10センチ。
He's gonna try to free him, right?
僕
Yeah.
がエレンをここから出す。ミカサはここを巨人から守ってくれ。え、何を？
I'd be worried you're... Yeah, I'd be worried you're actually... so it was the vital point, exactly like... Yeah, like I said.
本質的な謎とおそらく無関係じゃない。大丈夫。真ん中さえ避ければ。
I'd be worried about actually slicing him up.
ほんのちょっと。
Did he just actually hit him? Did he not? I really want to like what's going on inside of him. Why he suddenly has this
何言ってんだ。
behavioral change. Is that why? Because he's like envisioning being there with them already or something? So now he feels fine?
だから何言ってるかわかんねえよアルミ。どうして外なんかに。調査兵団なんかに。
So how do we free him out of this dream? Don't tell me John is actually dying. Is he hiding in there?
俺が足引っ張ってどうすんだ。 なんとかなんのかよ。
I'm afraid that's your only choice right now.
エレン僕たちはいつか外の世界を探検
He's reenacting that scene. Right, that speaks to him because that's a motivation he did already have.
忘れたのかと思って
I guess, right? That he wanted to see the outside
この
world.
話をしなくなったのは僕を調査兵団に行かせたくなかったからだろう。どうしてエレンは外の世界に行きたいと思ったの？
この世に生まれたからだ。
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna collect my thoughts on this one and then just dive into them in the review. So let's do that. Okay, I don't really have like too many things to say about this episode in general. It was a very, you know, action-packed episode that just kind of obviously showed us the squad taking on this this mission, right? And that's what we kind of knew going into it. Obviously, I guess I was quite right when I talked about the cliffhanger of the last episode not meaning too much. That's exactly what I kind of expected. Like, okay, this show loves the cliffhangers, obviously, right? And I think I now, with this one, had a pretty good feeling that this cliffhanger last time wasn't that significant. Because basically he just like punched and kind of like barely hit her, and then she still ended up surviving it, right? And we just kind of moved on from there. So that wasn't all too significant. I do really like the, you know, how they, because like I said, that's something that actually only hit me now this episode when Mikasa talked about basically Eren being, you know, her family and stuff, right? Of course, that's already how we knew she treated him, but I'd never... I hadn't considered the fact that she was obviously living with Eren and his family after the stuff that we saw in the flashback where she lost her parents. And so now I understand even better why she, she always treated him like family. But as somebody pointed out, you know, somebody called Eren her boyfriend, and she clearly blushed at that, at him saying that. So I actually do think, and I also said this in the earlier episodes already, like, I wonder where their relationship will ultimately end up, because I could definitely see it being that type of situation. You know, they clearly care for each other, whether that is just as family or as more than that. Ultimately, I could see it, you know, going that way as well. Other than that, you know, something that I've really noticed about the show as I'm kind of scrolling through the video right now to make sure that I don't miss anything, but... about the Survey Corps themselves, there are so many people in there that just don't seem cut out for this work, right? To the point where it's almost starting to annoy me sometimes that constantly we see these dialogues of like, basically soldiers or whatever you want to call them complaining or giving up. And I'm just like, come on, man, not another time like that, right? And there's just a couple of characters which are the main characters that the show keeps obviously highlighting, not just Armin, Mikasa, and Eren. You know, also some of the side ones that play a bit of a bigger role, like Connie, right? And Sasha, you know, she showed more spirit. But yeah, like I said, they basically seem to be the only one. Even Jean, who of course like has been Stride acting like a badass from the start. You know, he always ends up like just basically wanting to do things the easy way and retreat or whatever, right? And now obviously he just faced a situation where he's trapped at the moment, and we're gonna see if he's gonna be able to get out of it. I would think so, because yeah, again, I was actually like I was wondering if his character would basically meet his demise in this episode when he got in that situation near the end. But seeing as they're leaving it for the next episode, I assume he's gonna get out of it because of that. But yeah, I think that's basically all I can say for now. The big question still on my mind is, well, what actually caused Eren to enter this weird state of mind where he was envisioning himself back with his family? What caused that? I have no idea. I don't really have any ideas for that right now, why that would be, because of course this is the first time we've seen that happen. So far he seemed to be able to really control himself all the time, and then now he gets in this weird state of mind where he can't. So, you know, Armin obviously did a great job getting him out of that, and I assume that by the next episode he's gonna have control back. But what caused that? You know, again, what is the thing that his dad actually injected him with? I want to know all those details, right? And I still want to get to the basement. And like that particular storyline, like I said already from a couple of episodes ago, the moment we basically got that revealed, I've been wanting to really get the questions there. But it's just that we now have this other objective kind of in between that we have to resolve first. And so I kind of expected that to happen by this episode, but I guess it still hasn't yet. And so maybe episode 13 will mark finally where they will hopefully be able to succeed in their mission, and then can move on to bigger and more important matters, right? So we're gonna see. But for now, once again, I hope you enjoyed my reaction. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and check out my Patreon, where you can already check out episode 13, 14, and 15 right away, as well as my full-length reactions. Like I said, it's linked on top of the description, and then I will see you in the next one.